Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. The Coalition for United Political Party, they are back, and this time around with a more stronger revelation of a plot by the APC government to stop electronic transmission of the 2023 election results and deactivate the bimodal voters accreditation system (BVAs) from the server of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) during the 2023 general election. They went further also to tell Nigerians of the plot to remove the INEC chairman using charges at the Code of Conduct Tribunal over his refusal to discontinue the use of BVA. Let me allow you to listen to these same people via their spokesperson, King.
Of Nigerian political parties, opposition coalitions CUPP, and heads of political associations have intercepted intelligence of an alleged fresh plot against the 2023 general election, and this time being coordinated by leading figures of the ruling APC governors, led by a Southeast APC governor with controversial past and another from the Northwest, who are working with their colleagues to perfect a plot to intimidate INEC leadership into abandoning the use of electronic transmission and upload of election results to the INEC server, deactivation of the bvas machine from INEC server, and the creation of crisis of confidence based on trump-up charges that will lead to the removal of top officials of the Electoral Commission, including the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood, and other national commissioners who are insisting on the use of bvas for the 2023 election and the irreversible use of electronic transmission of results. This latest intelligence and shocking information involve the use of security agencies, the APC-controlled Senate, and the court to cause a leadership crisis and change that will see to the removal of the commission top leadership led by Professor Mahmood and the appointment of a pushover and compromised acting chairman who will ruin the credibility of the 2023 election by deactivating the bvas machine from the INEC server. Stop the use of electronic transmission of results and also ensure that the commission's resident electoral commissioners nominated by APC governors are quickly approved and deployed to states where they will be of assistance to the ruling party at the expense of credible, free, and fair election. We, the chairmen and leaders of different political parties here, Action Alliance, Labour Party, PDP, ADC, APP, and other numerous parties here, candidates of different political parties, civil society organizations, and leaders of opposition coalition categorically state that any plan to destabilize INEC and force the top officers of the commission, including the INEC chairman, out of office, whether with trump-up charges, manipulated security reports, instigated or coordinated parliamentary investigation, a hurriedly obtained injunction from the court, a code of conduct bureau inquiry, or an arrest and hurried arraignment will not be accepted. We repeat, these will not be accepted by Nigerian political parties, party leaders, civil society, and the generality of Nigerians. Any further action in this direction will be playing with fire and a direct affront and challenge to Nigerian voters and the entire political parties, and it will be resisted vehemently. Read the mind, eyes, soul, heart, and hear the voice of the opposition and the Nigerian people. It will not augur well for anyone who continues with this alleged evil plot. We have been tipped off by our intelligence both inside APC and the camp of the governors in the conspiracy. And we can state that the opposition is in receipt of information that the INEC leadership, especially senior officials, are being put under immense pressure. And I repeat, under immense pressure to abandon the use of bvas machine, result transmission, and in particular, to deactivate the bvas from the server. An alleged dangerous request, which if granted under any circumstances, can throw Nigeria into pre- and post-election crisis and will be unacceptable to Nigerian voters, especially the youths who have renewed confidence in the electoral process. We are also informed that there is a plot to cause a leadership change in the commission top hierarchy and cause a sweeping change with less than 140 days to elections. The alleged plan to remove Professor Mahmood and top official of INEC is a no-go area. The political parties in the country will not accept it. These alleged plots have been coordinated by some APC chieftains and governors led by a controversial Southeast APC governor. If this plot is not crushed, it can discredit our election and throw Nigeria into crisis. Our institutions can be destroyed for one man's quest or a group of people to keep what was hijacked from the people. Nigerian political parties, chairmen, leaders, and chieftains of opposition cutting across AA, Labour Party, PDP, ADC, APP will not accept, and we repeat, accept any plan to stop the electronic transmission of results, the use of bvas. We will not accept or agree for any election to be conducted in Nigeria without electronic transmission of results. We will resist any person or plot to deactivate the bvas from the INEC server. We will resist any hurriedly or arranged plot to force, blackmail, use trump-up charges, cooked-up security report, or any method to force the INEC chairman or any of the federal commissioners out of office. Know it today. Opposition and political party leaders and Nigerian voters are aware and are ready and united to defend the electoral process. Repeat with us. No bvas, no election. No server, no election. No electronic result transmission, no election. Any destabilization or illegal move to force commission top officials, including the chairman, no election. Those who think that they can manipulate institutions of state, both judicial and others, to sneak into power should know that 2023 is the people's turn, and we will defend it with all our heart. Any attempt to reenact the Onage formula by a few desperate APC leaders and governors who know that they, as well as their sponsor candidates, are unelectable will not work. The plan to destroy the only ray of hope for our election, represented by the electronic devices that will also transmit results electronically, especially bvas, will be resisted. Knowing that the conspiracy against our electoral system started with the audacious compromise of the continuous voter registration exercise, codenamed Omboma Magic, we applaud INEC for accepting that there were issues and moving on to continue the cleaning up of the fake registration, which was of high magnitude and would have ruined the 2023 election. The nightmare caused by the shocking uncovering of Omboma Magic, which saw foreigners male pictures with female gender with male picture, burial pictures, and children faces with age above that of late Queen Elizabeth, will continue to keep Nigerians in shock for years to come. We are not happy that those behind this audacious criminal operation have not been arrested, sacked, and prosecuted, and have still been kept for likely more damage to our 2023 election. We therefore call for the investigation, arrest, and trial of those who are involved in the compromise of the voter registration called Omboma Magic, and for INEC to make its internal report public and redeploy the staffs responsible as a way to rebuild confidence. We also call on President Muhammad Buhari, if he is serious about his speech at the United Nations, to ensure that the 2023 election is free and credible, to keep watch on his APC governors and some institutional heads whose alleged desperation can thwart the current electoral reform effort and place him in bad record. Security agencies must be neutral, as 2023 is a decisive election that, if well conducted, can make Nigeria and if not well conducted, can mar Nigeria as young Nigerians are apprehensive and ready to stand firm for a credible election. The offensive attack on INEC staff to intimidate them into silence, submission and allegiance pledge to APC have been launched. The political parties wish to alert the public and inform the president and heads of security agencies, especially the DG of DSS, assuming they are not aware and not part of it, and the Nigerian people and also the international community, of the ongoing institutional intimidation and arrest of INEC staff at different states to intimidate them, especially in Imo State, where over 5 INEC staff have been taken by security operatives from the Imo DSS and without access to lawyers, doctors, or families, and are kept in no-access confinement on the alleged suspected influence of the state government, who wants to intimidate them into silence to help them cover the shameful Magic compromise of the voters register. I want you all to look at this picture we are showing you, and we want the president, if he's watching, and the DG of DSS, that in the DSS office in Owerri, INEC staffs have been abducted and kept in detention. And instead of the commission, instead of the service finding out those who committed that atrocity of compromising of our national voter register, they are busy hunting innocent staffs for them to show them who and who must have leaked the information that the voter register was compromised. We want the DSA headquarters, assuming they are not aware, to look at these pictures that we have shown them. Nigerians, can we have a free and fair election when staff of an independent electoral body are taken away and kept in detention without access to their families, lawyers, and communication with their employer? If the intelligence that we have that innocent staffs are being taken away in a bid to find out how Nigerians got to know that voters registration was compromised, instead of going after those who released their password and criminally aided the fake registration, then we boldly say Nigeria is in trouble and 2023 election is in danger. Fake registrations and manipulation of registration are criminal offenses punishable under the Electoral Act with imprisonment. So coverage of such offenses is a state crime for which any officer of government involved should be arrested for undermining the republic. The non-arrest of the culprits and pursuit of the source of the leak that exposed the shocking amount of magic is provocative, insulting, and an attempt to desecrate the institution of government. The painful cases of Felice Agu have shown you, Eze Stanley Chidebere of ICT unit in Owerri we have shown you, and numerous others INEC staff taken by Imo DSS in Owerri to help silence the independence of the commission must be mentioned. And the attention of the President, Mohamed Buhari, and the DG DSS in Abuja that will have respect for must be brought to the situation that the likes of Chidebere, Stanley Eze, and others whose pictures we have shown and who are still in DSS cell are released immediately. And those who release their password for the compromise of the voter register arrested, prosecuted, and jailed. Our DG, take your telephone, call Owerri, and find out. The integrity of the election starts with independence of the commission. Confidence building is important. Not only must our election be free and fair, but seen to be so. And unless ongoing acts, if not stopped, can cause confidence problem that can lead to post-election disagreements. This is to alert Nigerians that the Nigerian police, the DSS, and other security agencies have not arrested those who help to manipulate the voter registration exercise and release their password with which fake registration was done and upload were made into the voter register, which was aimed at rigging the 2023 election. Rather, staff are being taken to force them into silence and to find if any of them leaked the information of the criminality instead of finding and arresting the criminals. As political parties, we say that arrest and public shaming of perpetrators and their collaborators who perpetrated the voter registration fraud is non-negotiable. No matter the atmosphere, no matter who is involved, as leaders of the country political process and platform, we have equal stake and can't be intimidated into silence. We will continue to act within the ambit of the law, but we are not going to run away or surrender to those who want to destroy what they did not build and what does not belong to them. We are ready for the election and will keep vigilance and not allow our electoral process to be derailed. We also wish to urge an end to the continued arrest and denial of right to those with opposing views to help lead us to a stable election. As Nigeria belongs to all of us, from Lagos to Kogi to Imo, opposition billboards are being destroyed and pulled down by government. Opposition leaders are being framed for phantom allegations of sponsoring terrorism. These things are very childish and outdated. And even with chains on our legs, we as opposition leaders are resolute and shall continue to fight for a better society. Gentlemen, in view of the repeated and many-failed attempt to either compromise the voter register, arrest of INEC staff, filing of suit against electronic transmission of results, secret suits to remove the INEC chairman, trump-up cases on his access form, which even the court has cleared him, and this latest fresh intelligence. We as major players in the country's electoral process, as political parties, have unanimously agreed that we will be proceeding to the court to seek judicial approval to restrain these alleged midnight enemies of democracy operating in the dark from causing the deactivation of the bvas from the server, the stoppage of the use of bvas, the use of any method, whether crook-up report, parliamentary resolution, or instigated investigation, fabricated media propaganda, or character blackmail, arrest on trump-up criminal charges, investigation or charges in attempting to stop the leadership of INEC from carrying out their duties. We will fight both in the court and in the field to ensure that our electoral process is free, fair, and credible. We also storming the US and the UK embassy and other foreign embassies where we are going to submit petitions and alert them of the alleged new conspiracy which threatens the Nigerian electoral process and electoral credibility and electoral stability. We will urge them to keep vigilant eyes on the process as development partners and ensure there is adequate vigilance and support, plus pressure to ensure the right things are done in compliance with extant laws. In conclusion, the political parties and opposition parties, including our partners in the civil society organization, are saying that the continued stability of the INEC leadership, the electronic transmission of results, the use of bvas, the continued functioning of the INEC server, the stoppage of detention of INEC staff and their immediate release, the non-harassment of opposition candidates and leaders and chairmen with trump-up charges or arrests are non-negotiable and mandatory condition for a free, fair, and credible 2023 general election. Thank you so much.